Hi, welcome to Blindowl Outdoors. We hope you enjoy our channel, and if possible, could you please join our Patreon page? We really need your help. It's been a long, hard road. Thank you. Hi, welcome to our channel. My name's Dan. I'm here on the Island of Bohol in the Philippines. I'm sitting in the car today and I'm talking about knives. Here's a special knife. Get out of the sheath. This is a famous knife here. This is a UCMC knife. UCMC. It's made off a patent from Kapre. What's really cool about this one, see the other side there? It's a beautiful knife. Now this one was made in the Camillus factory, Camillus, New York. And Camillus made over 1 million of these in 1945. This is from 1945. A friend of mine's dad carried this in Korea. That's what makes this knife kind of special. Plus it's old. It has a guard here. Had another guard on the top just like that because it's considered a fighting knife. This is a knife that a Marine, probably just regular soldiers too, carried on their belt, and if they had to, in close fighting, or they were to sneak up somebody and kill them or whatever, this is the knife they would use. It's about a 7-inch blade, not real thick. It's made out of Kapre steel. They're 1095 Crovan steel. It's 1095 steel with some added chromium, whatever else is added to it. It's got a stacked leather washer handle. You can see it's actually almost in new condition. The blade looks worn, but it what I did with this was I had this in my bag for God, when did I get this? I got this from a friend probably in 1992, something like that, and it's just been sitting in its leather sheath in a bag or a box somewhere. I brought it with me to the Philippines, of course. And it sat here in the Philippines for the better part of 10 years. I might have oiled it once or twice, but when I took it out of the sheath and looked at it, it was all rusty. So I ground it down with a fine, worn out, flat sanding wheel on my right angle grinder. And cleaned up, looked real nice and shiny. And then I put on 16 coats of gun blue on it, so it was black and shiny. Really looked nice. But even gun blue doesn't protect from the rust here in the tropics, and eventually I've had to clean it up several times. You can see the sanding marks on it and stuff like that. I don't care about. I give a flying shit about that. This is a working knife. If I wanted to polish up a little bit, I could polish up a little bit, put glue on it again. I still have part of a container of that Casey's blue, which does a fantastic job. I ground the top into a 90-degree spine. It's got a fake edge up here in the tip. If you were a soldier, you would sharpen that up into a razor also for making a fighting knife. But I took off the guard off the top, so now when I'm working with the knife, I can put my thumb out on the blade without the guard being in the way, and it gives you a lot more control for whittling and making tent stakes, whatever you're going to use it for. It makes a great kitchen knife also. But it's a fantastic knife. It's not quite heavy enough, but again, this is a knife that's gone through wars. You don't hear anything about any complaints about them breaking. You might be able to break it sideways if you're stupid enough to get it stuck somewhere and you push it the wrong way. But that's not a problem in the real world. But it's a fantastic knife, and it would be considered a K-bar USMC knife. It's but made by Camillus. K-bar couldn't make enough knives to meet the demand. I want to say they made over 4 million of them in World War II. But Camillus made, I think Camillus alone made close to 2 million. K-bar made a bunch, and a couple other companies made them too. But when I saw the Camillus on it, I thought it was great. In fact, when I got it, I didn't know what Camillus made any difference at all. But since then, I've got several other Camillus knives. I might have saw my video about the Marlin spike knives. I have 2 Camillus Marlin spike knives. They're pretty cool. But this is a great knife. This is a great bushcraft knife. If I could only take one knife, and this was one of my choices, I would probably take this as my overall survival knife, because it's light enough. In fact, if I had, I would have this one mounted on the strap of my pack. If this is the knife that I had to take around, so I had it handy to me no matter where I was at. I had to have it set up so I could just take it off and put it on my belt. Also, excuse me, guys. Yelling at the storm today. But the USMC knife is a fantastic knife, and I really can't say much more. The sheath, it has a regular leather sheath. I still have the sheath for it too. The snap still works. But what I did here was I made a sheath out of PVC plastic, heated up, and made it so that the knife just goes in solid. Doesn't shake, doesn't come out. At the time when I made it, I didn't have a belt, and I keep it on a dangler system, which is what I mentioned before in another video. It's just a piece of paracord looped around. I don't want any knife on my belt ever again, because you fall, you get jammed by the knife really bad. And then the rope I have is a heavy clothesline type rope, cotton rope. I call it my Jethro Bodine suspension. Remember Jethro and the Beverly Hillbillies had a rope for a belt. I have a trucker's hitch, a modified trucker's hitch for the clasp of it, so it's just easy to snug up tight. Works absolutely perfect. It's one of the best designs I ever came up with. I have a belt now. I got a belt about 2015 or something like that. A friend sent me a belt. And since then I bought a couple light pistol belts that I have for my other knives. But it's a really good system. And it was a blue pipe, and I painted it black. The back part's not the strongest, but it's plenty good for what it is. It's absolutely fantastic. And the problem with the sheaths here, if you have something like a leather sheath just soaks in moisture in the tropics here and the humidity, and it just destroys makes your knives rust like crazy. So PVC is my answer to that solution. Kydex would be better. And I do have a sheet of Kydex. I never really got into the Kydex yet. I even have a Kydex press. I shied away from Kydex because I heard some terrible stories about the dust getting in your eyes and your lungs and stuff like that. But PVC can't be much worse than that, or much better than that. But that's all I got. That's all I got for you now. Take care, everybody. Hashtag 22 a day, no more. Go out, have some fun. Watch your six really close. Keep your head on a swivel. Be extra careful, guys. Watch out for all that crap that's going on in America. You know, pretty soon you're going to start seeing some terrorism, so be really careful. City, probably have no problem as long as you're not in the big cities, but if you are, be extra careful. Take care now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Take care.